ChatGPT can finally browse the internet. This is major news because many people have been waiting for ChatGPT to finally be able to get the most recent relevant information in their responses. Now, we're going to go ahead and test this out and see some of the pros as well as some of the cons with this current feature, as well as ways to utilize this to boost your business, your whatever you want to do with this AI. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, first thing is, as of right now, this is only available to GPT-4 Plus users. So for those of you with the free version, at least right now, it seems they will not allow you to get that without having to pay the monthly fee. Now we can actually go ahead and try it out just to make sure, and I have seen on their social media that potentially they are going to release this out eventually, but for now it's only accessible with the paid membership plan. So on the topic, let's go ahead and see how this recent update goes about. So first off, going to ask it a prompt, and let's just say, tell me the latest news in the AI space. I'm going to go ahead and copy this because we're going to go ahead and see the difference with the 3.5 versus the 4. And right now this showcases the typical response we saw before this update, which was cannot access information past X date right here. And now let's go ahead and let's try this out with the premium GPT-4. So I'll navigate over here to GPT-4. Now you have to go ahead and click on the browse with Bing option because it is going to get the most recent information utilizing the Bing web browser. So let's go ahead and try this out again and say, tell me the latest news in the AI space. And let's go ahead and hit enter and see this magic happen. So we can see here it is currently looking up latest AI news of 2023, utilizing Bing, checking multiple different sources and coming out with a response. Now, here is their first response. It states OpenAI unveiled DALL-E 3, a new text image model with a reports discuss AI potential massive impacts on jobs. The Competition and Market Authority, CMA, delineated principles for responsible AI developments, and more stuff we can see here. Now, what's interesting is it has two links for this particular response. Typically, when I was testing this out, it had this little tiny one number you can see right here, and I don't know if this is the exact same link. Let me just double check, and it looks like it's pretty much the same link here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on this, and let's go ahead and see what this link showcases. So based off of this, it looks like it is a artificial intelligence news website, and here we go, DALL-E 3 showcasing right here. Now, here is the issue. The first con, this is something I've noticed, is the response, at least the first thing that it says. It's typically it doesn't correlate with the most recent, or at least clearly one of the most recent posts on the articles or links that it actually showcases here. So for example, this, so it says September 21st, so that's more than a week ago, versus clearly we can see here stuff from 27th of September, 26, 25, and it's clearly showing at least a week old information. So what I could do is say, tell me 3 more things that happened in the AI space. Tell me the latest news. So let's try to make it a little more specific, because I mean, it should one respond with 3 options, which I've tested this before and it has. But again, this is still a new feature. There are bugs and things that could occur, and as of right now, it seems that it is showing recent information. So at least that is still a good thing to see. And right now, the thing is, I noticed that it's currently showcasing, at least from these titles, this is the same website. And I don't have to click on it because I can see clearly the links there. So what I'm going to do is, let's try to restart a new chat and do this exact same prompt and see if it changes it up. Because again, there are thousands of AI news websites. So the fact that it just picks this one and then continues to add on to it, again, that might not be necessarily the best thing. Maybe it works for you on your use case, but for this particular thing, imagine the article that it's referencing isn't even accurate. And then at that point, the information you're receiving could almost essentially be useless. But again, obviously this is a not the best example. This is just simply news. But for stuff that's more factual, that you definitely need to confirm, then that could be problematic. But let's go ahead and try this out with a new chat, see if it gives us a different article link. So we're back here again. Let's try this again and see if it does repeat a link or if it sends us to a different website. Because if you were to simply go onto Google, and again, this is obviously Bing, does their own thing, it will give you a completely different response. So here we have another response here, and just basing off of this information, it looks like it's just talking about just general AI. And let's go ahead and check out this link, and looks like this is a link from Forbes and 5 big artificial intelligence AI trends. And you can see here again, it is giving us a link, but at this point it seems that this current method seems almost impractical. It's literally easier for me to just go on Google and type in AI news and just go to the news tab. So in terms of web browsing, why don't we try something that's even at least something that you could search up that would make sure that the actual thing, aka, is easier on your life versus making it more difficult. So let's say, for example, you like to go to the movies. So like, what are the latest movies that just got released? And here, this is something typically you just simply go, and if you were going to the movie theater, for example, search up on Google, the internet, movies, cinemas near you. Then you got to go to the website. Then you have to go in and check the times. Here, let's see if this can go ahead and give us some at least details regarding this. Now, obviously you could get in more specific details, but due to the data and how this information gets processed, again, I can't comment for sure. But in general, if you were to say like, hey, I'm in this particular area in the world, tell me 10 movie theaters with this X movie showing, aka whatever, XYZ, you name it. And here, this is movie Insider. So it looks like this is 2 different movies. I have never even heard of these. And I don't even know if this is considering a movie theater or this is talking about like a Netflix series. Anyways, regardless, the actual parts, let's go ahead and see this link here. It looks like it's basically just gathering data and just transmitting it back with ChatGPT, except this time it's simply updated utilizing the Bing browser. And we can see here we have some movie showcasing here. So I mean, in terms of this actual update being what they stated it is currently doing the job that is stated. Is it the best user experience? At least right now, it doesn't really make too much sense for me to go in here and type in a question that I would literally just go on Google and type in myself. It seems like it's additional steps that seem quite unnecessary. The way I could see this being helpful is tell me more about, let's say, the famous Greek god, or let's just say a Greek god. Tell me more about a famous Greek god. Yeah. And I'll just go ahead and do this here. And now it's going to give us ideally Greek names. And then let's just say Zeus. I'm sure many of you have heard of this name. And let's see, example, I can think of this in terms of you're simply researching something for a project. And as of right now, it looks like it's not utilizing any sort of Bing or at least articles. So let's say, give me some references to websites with more information. Let's see if it can do at least this basic task. And here we can see it is showcasing us some information here, and make them recent, written in 2023. Again, grammar's not perfect, but this is AI. It knows exactly what I'm asking. And here, let's see. It is currently searching stuff regarding Zeus, Greek god 2023. and currently says it is unable to find anything. So I'm sure if I were to Google this, I could probably find something similar. But either way, let's just go ahead and see an example link and see what date at least this was created. And as of right now, it seems I don't see any dates, but the fact they can link to websites and give us some information, that's still cool to see. But I'm sure once they add some more updates to this, this can be definitely more useful. But this was a quick overview on the ChatGPT OpenAI recent information utilizing Bing.